Arthur returned to his father's castle after he and Merylin had sat and agreed what to tell the court about the day's events. Pan announced he would tag along to keep an eye on things when asked why. He simply smiled. "Well, quoting an old friend, I've got nothing better to do." Merylin studied him. "How do you intend to go inside with us? You'll draw attention." Pan only smiled more. "I have my ways. Over time I've learned to avoid the naked eye." He waved his hands and with a small flourish began to change. Where a man had stood, a book settled into Merylin's palm. Not an ordinary tome, but a speaking one. "I am your wizard's grimoire, your book of spells. I am Pentecostus, the phoenix firebird guardian of your pages." Pan's voice echoed from the binding. "Don't worry," he added. "I'm inside the pages, so you needn't be gentle." Merylin smacked the book against the wall. Silence book. He grinned, then looked oddly pleased. "Yeah, I could get used to this." They spun a simple story for the household. They had been out training and were reviewing Merylin's teachings. Merylin took that moment to remind Arthur of one lesson that had stayed with him. "Remember, boy, the cycle creates storms that bring rain, but if heat and cold both reach extremes, their clash can produce a maelstrom." Arthur frowned, thinking, so heat and cold decide a storm's strength. What is a maelstrom? "A terrible storm," Merylin said, concern shadowing his face. "Winds that could strip your father's castle apart, brick by brick. It's not the worst storm in the world, but it is a dangerous one." They were interrupted by Uther, who had rounded the corner unseen. "I was listening," he said. "Merylin, I'm glad I didn't doubt your claim as teacher. You are a learned man." He paused, curiosity flaring. "You say you studied the Philosopher's Stone and transmutation. Have you discovered how to turn lead into gold?" Merylin's lips twitched. "First you take a whole lot of lead, sharpen it into swords and armor, besiege a kingdom and plunder their gold." Uther's shock lasted a moment until Merylin burst out laughing. "I'm joking. I have learned many secrets connected to the stone, potent remedies and mixtures. But the true secret you ask about is forbidden to teach." Uther shrugged, thoughtful. "Perhaps it's for the best. If that secret were common, gold might lose its value." They moved toward the throne room as Uther peppered Merylin with questions. "How are you at soothsaying?" "Foreseeing is simple in principle," Merylin said. "You study the situation, use the mind's eye to see plausible outcomes, and then discern which are certain or fated fate can be changed. Sometimes the smallest intervention alters what seems inevitable." "Remarkable," Uther breathed. "You should advise my tactician. Your counsel could win battles." Uther's next question was more personal. Why would a sorcerer of Merylin's caliber seek service at his court? Merylin's expression darkened. "I began my pilgrimage as punishment. I fell in love with an enemy of my people during a truce. It was forbidden when we were discovered. She was hidden away in the forest, and I was set on this path to earn forgiveness." Uther listened, surprised and sympathetic. "Love knows no boundaries, Queen Daphne, and I met under similar strains." "You disguise yourself as her husband to avoid detection," Merylin said flatly, revealing secrets. Other had hoped were buried, other relaxed into a rueful smile. "We covered our tracks poorly then." Merylin asked for permission to look into others' future, explaining the courtesy required of those in service. Other agreed cautiously. Trust must be earned. Merylin accepted the restraint. "You will come to understand that I'm not one to betray you," he said. Then Merylin revealed why he had come.
No, the prophecy concerns your son. Arthur, I am certain he is the one foretold. He gestured for the guards to wait in the hallway, and once Private continued, there is an ancient enemy prophesied to return. Once king of giants called Gorgothos, whose followers later named him Gilgamesh to disguise the truth. Long ago, sorcerers sealed him in a mirrored realm of darkness with a lock that had no key. Yet many foresaw his return, and one vision names your son as the one destined to defeat him. Other took in the revelation, so you've come to prepare him. Merlin shook his head. No, I am here to verify the vision. The one you call God told me this conflict would answer a question I'd long held about humanity. That men might be more than fortunate apes. This prophecy, through your son, will reveal that answer. I also carry within me an ancient aeon called chaos. It sometimes makes me feel twofold. People warn me against trusting chaos, but it has not betrayed me yet. Later, alone in his room, Arthur sat with the sword he had claimed. He kept his hand away from the hilt. Every time he brushed it, the blade flared with fire. Merely standing near it flooded his mind with memories that were not his. Visions and echoes he could not place. Merlin entered, and Arthur snapped out of the trance, instinctively trying to hide the weapon. Not to worry. Merlin said, I've told your father what I can. You needn't hide the sword. Arthur exhaled. So what now? Will you try to rescue Gadriel? Merlin's face clouded. No, the Fey Council will handle that. It is not my place. Arthur bristled. Not your place. She was your friend. Merlin's anger flared briefly before he softened, remembering the boy's youth. I know she was, but my people would not allow me to interfere. He straightened. I must go report what happened to my people. I'll be gone a fortnight. Until then, I will leave lessons for you to study. Arthur watched the wizard go, the sword's heat dull in the quiet of his chamber, and wondered what the coming weeks would reveal.